sometimes the way the law is written is at odds within itself, and in this case, it's service dogs versus allergies. Now, you may remember a few weeks ago, I caught up with 16-year-old Ben Shore, who was in a battle with the Cherry Hill School District for restricting access to his service dog. I met up with him at his house. Ben is on the autism spectrum, and his service dog, a goldendoodle named Charlie, is able to help him manage his stress and anxiety.
I'm having a panic attack. Help me, Charlie, help me. Oh God, I'm having a panic attack.
But what happens if your child is severely allergic to dogs? I caught up with Ashley Misinkavitch, who has a son in the same school district, now at a different school, at the Kingston school, and her 5-year-old Parker, his allergy to dogs is life-threatening. He's allergic to dog hair, dog saliva, and dog dander.
Normally it's okay if somebody walks outside, you have a dog at home, you walk outside, most of the dander brushes off you or comes off you with the wind and everything else. But if it doesn't, and he comes in contact with it, his eyes swell shut, his throat starts to close, he breaks out in hives from head to toe, and his heart starts hammering out of his chest. He can't breathe.
Now, currently the school district is revamping its policy for service dogs, and Ben was pretty happy about the preliminary changes. But Ashley fears a more blanket policy allowing service dogs to have greater access would compromise her son's health.
Technically, according to the American with Disabilities Act, Parker is a disabled individual because his allergy does affect multi-systems, even though it's something that can hopefully be stopped with medication. It's not a guarantee that it'll be stopped with medication. So Parker is disabled and Ben is also disabled. And in the case of the two of these, they actually collide. The federal law says that a dog does not have to be in a building if it's a threat to health and safety. In this case, it would be Parker.
Ashley planned on taking up this matter with the school board, but she says this sheds light on a much bigger problem because she says it's very easy for someone to say that their dog is a service dog. You can just go out and buy a vest. And in the case where her son's allergy comes into play, he can't even take a trip on a plane to Disney World because the flight itself can't deny someone access to a service dog. And if he's anywhere in the vicinity of a dog, he could potentially lose his life.
I don't mean this to sound insensitive, but if you are that allergic, if you've got that much of a problem, to me, what are you doing in a public school setting? What are you doing at the public library? I mean, to me, like, I feel like it's, you talk, well, wait a minute. If you're facing certain and potential death with this allergy, all of a sudden, is this not, excuse the analogy, but the tail wagging the dog?
I'm sick and tired of the tyranny of service dogs. I mean, you see it on planes, people bring their dogs, and the benefit is they don't have to pay for the dog. And the vest that makes the dog look official only costs $40. And meanwhile, everyone else is inconvenienced. They would like to bring their dogs too for emotional support. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Until you meet someone who actually needs a service dog, you don't have any idea what they're going through and what service that dog who actually has a disability, it's a great benefit for that person.
So the only thing is it doesn't have to be what disability trumps the other. I don't understand why school management can't incorporate them both. Keep certain kids in certain wings. If maybe one school is designated for service dogs, I mean, there aren't that many service dogs that where, you're turning every hallway and they're there.
Yeah, but don't knock the therapy turkeys.